morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. NCP Chairman Nepal terms House dissolution as national crisis. Dissident faction hopeful of court intervention. Dissident leaders of NCP to hold mass protests today. Rallies to begin from different places of the capital today afternoon. Prime Minister Oli takes a stock of election update, expresses satisfaction with the preparation for the upcoming polls. Senators vote to proceed with Trump's impeachment trial. The former president's conviction may be elusive. And Manchester United beat West Ham in the extra time to reach FA Cup quarters. Juve edge out Inter to reach Coppa Italia final. And now the news in detail. Chairman of the agitating faction of ruling Nepal Communist Party, Madhav Kumar Nepal, has termed the dissolution of lower house as a national crisis and not just a move fueled by NCP's internal crisis. Leader Nepal also alleged that a midterm election announced by the government is a propaganda to continue exercising power. A report.
Addressing an interaction program with reporters working for international press in the valley yesterday, Leader Nepal accused Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli of abusing his post and authority to push the country into a national crisis. There will be no midterm election because the Prime Minister does not intend to hold it in the first place, said Leader Nepal, who is a former Prime Minister himself.
त्यसो हुनाले इलेक्सन सिम्बल कहाँ जान्छ हामीसँग रहन्छ यति खुला कुरामा पनि यदि उल्टो भयो भने यो त्यसपछि अन्याय सहेर बस्ने कुरा हुन्छ त्यो अन्याय सहेर बस्ने कुरा नेपाली जनतालाई मन्जुर छैन.
As a caretaker Prime Minister, the Constitution does not confer Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli with the right to declare elections, added Leader Nepal. He also informed that NCP has expelled KP Sharma Oli from the post of party chairman.
अनि उहाँकै व्याख्यामा उहाँ त चुनावमा गइसक्नु भएको छ त उहाँको व्याख्यामा हामी त अहिले विघटनलाई नै असंवैधानिक भनिरहेका छौं. चुनावको कुनै सम्भावना देखिरहेका छैनौं. चुनाव कुनै पनि हिसाबले हुने अवस्था पनि छैन र केपी ओलीको चाहना पनि छैन. चाहना हुने मान्छे आफू कार्य काम चलाउ हुने थिएन होला. चाहना पनि छैन भनेपछि उहाँ उद्घाटन शिलान्यास नयाँ नयाँ परियोजनाको घोषणा यो दिन्छ कहीं कुनै पनि नर्म्सले दिन्छ यो डेमोक्रेटिक नर्म्सले दिन्छ दिँदैन. He has become an autocrat.
Answering the questions raised by journalists in the same program, another NCP chairman, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, reiterated that his side is hopeful about the constitutional bench restoring the law house. The court will decide as per the spirit of the constitution and there is no doubt about it, Leader Dahal said.
हाम्रो सर्वोच्च अदालत, हाम्रो निर्वाचन आयोग स्वतन्त्र ढंगले काम गर्न सक्ने संवैधानिक व्यवस्था अनुसार आफ्नो काम त्यसरी नै सम्पन्न गर्छन् भन्ने हाम्रो विश्वास छ र सेटिङमा हाम्रो विश्वास छैन. हामीले त्यो भन्दै गएका छौं र सेटिङको सिद्धान्त उहाँहरूले जो प्रतिपादन गरेर कार्यकर्ताहरूलाई भ्रम दिने जनतालाई भ्रम दिने कोसिस गर्नु भएको छ यो आफैमा अलोकतान्त्रिक छ.
Leader Dahal also rejected speculations of foreign intervention in the dissolving of the House of Representatives. Although the country is prone to foreign interventions, this time the whole issue was orchestrated by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, lamented Leader Dahal. The program was also attended by NCP spokesperson Narayan Kaji Shrestha, Leader Pampa Bhushal, Yogesh Patrai, Dr. Bijay Kumar Paudal, among other prominent leaders.
The agitating group of Nepal Communist Party is preparing to organize a mass protest in the capital today. The mass protest will start at 12 in the afternoon. The dissident leaders of the ruling party will organize rallies from Pulchok, Tripureshwar, Maitighar, Keshar Mahal and Jamal simultaneously, while the main rally will begin from Sundhara. Top leaders of the party will address the rallies. The party is planning to mobilize more than 2,000 volunteers from its sister organizations like the Student Wing, Youth Association and Labor Union for today's protest rallies. The party informed that leaders from outside the valley, as well as intellectuals, civil society members and people from all walks of life will be attending today's mass protest. The Youth Association of NCP had organized an orientation and training program on the eve of the protest. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has taken stock of the preparations for the upcoming election from the Election Commission. Prime Minister Oli, along with General Secretary of the ruling NCP, Bishnu Paudel, and leader Subhas Chandra Nemmang, took information about the preparations made by the Election Commission for the upcoming House of Representatives election in April. Expressing satisfaction over the work done by the Commission in the run-up to the election, Prime Minister Oli expressed the government's commitment to provide all possible assistance to the Commission, said Surya Thapa, press advisor to the Prime Minister. The Commission had invited leaders from the two factions of NCP for discussion on January 29th. The agitating faction has already made their claim on the rights to the party's election symbol at the Commission. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 160 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 272,215, while the number of active cases has dropped to 1,737. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 268,431 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 2,047 across the country following the deaths of 2 more patients yesterday. Nepal is currently among the top 40 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with 27.7 million confirmed cases, followed by India with 10.85 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 107.38 million people across the world and claimed 2.34 million lives. And now the news from the economic front. Nepal Rashtra Bank has decided to make the import and sale of gold through various commercial banks more systematic and effective. The central bank has stated that it will take necessary initiative to make the current supply chain more systematic and effective after the gold and silver traders complained that the implementation aspect of gold import and distribution protocol has been delayed. During a meeting with a delegation of the Federation of Nepalese Gold and Silver Dealers Association, Bam Bahadur Mishra, Executive Director of the Foreign Exchange Department of the Central Bank, said that the instructions have been given to follow the circular of NRB regarding the issue. He further added that the NRB was ready to make arrangements for easy and smooth distribution of gold from the designated checkpoints, to review the quota limit being applied in supply and to address other legitimate demands raised by the merchants. In that context, the Federation's President Manik Ratna Shakya informed about the problems encountered during the operation of the business and urged the stakeholders to take necessary initiatives to resolve them. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. A divided U.S. Senate yesterday voted largely along party lines to move ahead with Donald Trump's impeachment trial on a charge of inciting the deadly assault on the Capitol. According to Reuters, Trump's conviction appears unlikely, barring a major shift among Republicans. The Senate voted 56-44 to proceed to the first ever trial of a former president, rejecting his defense lawyer's argument that Trump was beyond the reach of the Senate after having left the White House on January 20th. Democrats hope to disqualify Trump from ever again holding public office, but the latest outcome suggested they face long odds. Reuters further reported that only 6 Republican senators joined Democrats to vote in favor of allowing the trial to take place, far short of the 17 needed to secure a conviction. Convicting Trump would require 2/3 majority in the 50-50 Senate. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Manchester United reached the quarter-finals of the FA Cup yesterday with a 1-0 win over West Ham at Old Trafford. Scott McTominay scored in extra time to send the Red Devils into the quarter-finals, BBC reported. Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reportedly said he was pleased with his players' mentality in their FA Cup 5th-round win against West Ham. Meanwhile, in Italy, Juventus beat Inter Milan 2-1 on aggregate to reach the Coppa Italia final following a 0-0 draw in the second leg of the semi-final. Leading from the first leg in Milan, Juve survived a couple of scares before making it to the final for the second successive season. Former Manchester United forward Romelu Lukaku and Achraf Hakimi missed presentable chances for the visitors. Cristiano Ronaldo was denied by 2 superb saves from Samir Handanovic. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. NCP Chairman Nepal terms House dissolution as national crisis. Dissident faction hopeful of court intervention. Dissident leaders of NCP to hold mass protests today. Rallies to begin from different places of the capital today afternoon. Prime Minister Oli takes a stock of election update, expresses satisfaction with the preparation for the upcoming polls. Senators vote to proceed with Trump's impeachment trial. The former president's conviction may be elusive. And Manchester United beat West Ham in extra time to reach FA Cup quarters. Juve edge out Inter to reach Coppa Italia final. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.